Okay, let me tell you how busy I was yesterday. I not only stopped at Steve Sheetz's great location in Calcutta, but I was also in Beaver Falls last night. And I have to admit, both stops, MTO food to go. You know, I have known Steve Sheetz a very long time, and I'll tell you the story on how I met him. It was one of those very early drives that I had going into work, okay? So I stopped off at the wonderful location in Baden, where I was also yesterday on Ohio River Boulevard, and I just noticed some things in the bathroom, very small things, because I'm a neat freak, that I thought could have been a little bit better. And I was just in one of those rare forms, folks, going on about 2 hours sleep, ramped up and raring to go. So what did I do? This little number that Mr. Sheetz would make available to call. I did. He had no clue who I was. But talk about a class act. He called me back. And we had a great conversation. And that's become a friendship that has lasted. Ask Steve. I mean, that's got to be 25 years, right, Steve? And I'll tell you another quick story about Steve Sheetz. So, another early morning hour, long before the sun came up, I started hearing all these rumblings weeks before that there was going to be a new Sheetz made to all of us available in Rochester, right? So I text Steve at like 3 in the morning, and it was close to the holiday, and I'm like, Steve, is there any truth to this? And he simply got back to me and he said, Merry Christmas. And I never forgot that. And I love that new Sheetz that's now a few years old in Rochester. And I see that they're doing a little bit of remodeling in Baden too, which is a wonderful thing. And yes, Calcutta, I was there for the grand opening when I was working in Eastern Ohio, and I've never forgotten that. And let me tell you, in this bag, you know, there are a few things that I don't like to eat, but one of my all-time favorites, hamburgers. I love hamburgers. I could have hamburgers and probably pizza every day. And I would have enough fuel to just be like the Energizer Bunny and go and go and go. So yesterday, my first stop, I picked up some MTO food to go, those snack wrap burgers. Yes, with a little pickle, a little lettuce, a little mustard, and beautifully wrapped. Ladies and gentlemen, that always hits the spot. So much so that after I left my business I had to handle in Eastern Ohio, I stopped up in Calcutta and I said hello again. And I'm talking to a wonderful cashier, and I'm simply talking to her about the Sheetz family and how much I love these burgers and all that stuff. And she says, well, I grew up near Altoona, where the whole family is from, and they're really good people. And I thought to myself, how cool is this? I'm in Calcutta, Eastern Ohio, the place that I love, having a just nonchalant conversation with a wonderful employee of the Sheetz family. And she grew up in Altoona. And if there wouldn't have been people standing behind me, I would have said, hey, did you ever get a chance to see the dairy farm? Anyway, coming back, headlines, the president making lots of news. Next, good morning.